How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. I am finally at a different track. I'm at Daytona Milton Keynes in the N35 ST karts, and this is a 20-minute session around the international layout. Also, if you've never been to Daytona, I definitely recommend it. You can also book into the D-Max karts, but obviously that's a bit more money. So yeah, let's get on with the video. So instantly, we see someone spin directly ahead of us. Now, half the track was wet due to it not being able to dry because the trees are so close to the track, and half the track was dry, so it was a bit tricky at some points, but I got the hang of it. But you'll see quite a few crashes down at the bottom of the hill for where people have spun on the wet bit. So here's our first bit of traffic. It was quite an easy move. I just got the better exit out of the corner, and then it was just a drag race down to the next. So here's quite an embarrassing moment, but everyone was doing it, so I thought I may as well join in. It was very easy just to spin at that corner by just carrying too much speed, and then hitting the brakes made the car uneasy, so it spin. So here's where I started getting the hang of the car. So I was actually catching up to quite a lot of people. As you can see, I just overtook someone around the outside, and then I tried to send a move on this guy on the inside and just completely sent it into the side of him. So I claim all responsibility for that crash, but we'll carry on. So I just want to show you how wet the wet bit is. If you look at the steering wheel, I was turning fully left and the car was just still going straight, and then I just clouded the curb. So that sort of gives you an idea of how wet it was. And then going up through the straight, because this is a flat out left-hander, you've just got to hope that all the water's gone off your tyres before you get to there, otherwise you might spin. So now we've caught up to two more people, and I try the outside on this one and dip the rear tyre in the grass, which makes me go sideways, but I still get a double overtake. So once again, this corner is proving tricky as 3 cars have gone off, which causes a yellow flag. I don't actually know how they've managed to get in those angles, but we just carry on. So their yellow flags are still out, but I have now caught up to someone else. So yeah, that person's still in the barrier, but as we start going down the straight, I start trying to use some human DRS, which is always a bit handy, and I'm just trying to look where this person's going. And I sort of figured that they wouldn't go flat out around the corner, so I go around the outside and probably get one of the best moves of the year, and then come back on this guy and get 2 overtakes very quickly. So here's my best lap of the session. It was a 76.5, so there's definitely areas to improve due to the track being wet. But yeah, so on here you take a lot of curb around that corner, and then this corner to the right is quite a tricky one. It's hard not to slide, so I could have probably gained quite a lot of time there. If I didn't slide, so I probably lost quite a bit of time there. This is probably one of my favourite corners. It's near flat out, and now we are about to go down into the wet bit. So once again, if you just look at my steering wheel when I turn, I sort of found that by pumping the throttle it helps turn a little bit easier, and then I got an okay exit coming out of that corner. So now there's the really long straight with a flat out left-hander coming up. I don't think many people were taking this flat out, but you could definitely take it flat. And then this is also another very tricky corner to actually get it stopped and not hit that curb on the outside. And then coming around the last corner, try and get as close to the inside barrier as you can. And then I went a bit sideways out there, and yeah, that was the end of the lap. And I also get someone straight away going into turn 1. So later in that lap then, I've caught up to some more people, and I tried to get on the inside going down here, which is very risky because I was scared he wasn't going to see me. And I just made the corner. I had to hit the brakes, which I didn't do before, to actually get the car stopped, and then I got quite a good exit, and then got this guy going down the straight. But if you just look ahead, this person spins directly in front of me, and you can't actually see it on the camera, but there was like tyre smoke and it just stank burnt rubber, so that isn't always the greatest. I also had a very fun time with the curbs in the session, as I clattered them not once but twice. And that is also going to be the end of the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. Put down in the comments if you prefer me to go to Daytona than CIMotorsport, and I also want to start entering some open races, so subscribe if you want to see that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.